Hey guys, I'm Julia, and today I'm going to be doing a book review of We Were Liars by E Lockhart. This non-spoiler section, to be honest, is going to be very small because this book was insane. We Were Liars is about a rich family and the main characters struggle against their elitist ideals and everything that goes along with that. I don't know if I can give you any more of a premise without spoiling it, but I can tell you that this book was written so wonderfully. Like, the intensity of the writing increased as the drama increased and as you were getting closer to the climax, and it was just so good, so well written. It was very poetic, a lot of good imagery that just kind of shakes you. It was so good. I'd say I'd probably give it a 92%. It's definitely an A. Definitely an A. I think honestly everyone should read this book. It doesn't only change your perspective and outlook on life a little bit, but it also just, it's such an emotional journey that is, I don't know, sometimes it's just cathartic and it feels good to have that emotion. This was the first book that I ever finished reading and then started right back over from the beginning. So if that tells you anything about how emotionally charged and how incredible this book is, yeah. So that's it for the non-spoiler section, so everyone who doesn't want to be spoiled, please go away. Please. And then just come back and watch this and then we can talk about it, because... Okay. Spoiler section now. Freaking... Like, what the heck, you guys? Nope. Nope. That's all I have to say. Nope. 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 None of that. Nope. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to start from the beginning with this because there's no starting from the beginning. I'm going to start from the moment that I found out that there was a fire. I was like, okay, cool, you know, that was a very ill thought out plan, but it was good intentions, right? And then I found out about the dogs dying in the fire, and I literally just ran downstairs and told my best friend who told me to read this book. I was like, you know, the dogs died. She laughed because she knew what was coming. I was upset about the dogs. Oh gosh. And then I started thinking about the other implications of the fire as it kept going, and I started worrying that, oh no, what if other people died? What if there are people that she forgets who died and she just doesn't remember them, and that's what her cousins were telling her about? But no, it was her cousins. And I literally freaked out exactly like this. That is a legitimate reenactment of what I was doing while listening to this book. Okay? This was crazy. The moment that I found out that her cousins had deceased in the fire, I turned the speed of the audiobook up, and then I started frantically cleaning my house and trying to find things to do so I could keep listening to this book and not get to my homework like I should have been doing it this whole time. When I finished the book, I took a pen and a notebook and I started writing down all of the things that I thought of or that I should have noticed while reading this that led to the fact that her cousins were dead the entire time. I gotta calm down here a little. It starts off with the title. If you notice, it says, we were liars. We were liars. Past tense. Were. Like, all of Summer 17 is in the present tense, right? So why would she say we were liars if these people were alive and lying in Summer 17 in the present? That should have been a dead giveaway. A dead giveaway. That should have been a dead giveaway. No pun intended. From the start. So then I looked at the cover. And the cover has water, which is a symbol for death and hurt all throughout the entire book, because you're just imagining her waking up in the water, having drowned, having had hypothermia, or drowned, or whatever, hit her head in the water, because that's what we thought the accident was this entire time until we found out that it was the fire. So that could have given us a little bit of a hint as to where her cousins were, because there are 3 people on the cover, 2 boys and 1 girl, and they are standing in the water in the danger that she had imagined for herself. And then also the fact that the cover is blurry shows that these people are not real, that the memories of them are faded and well to being gone because they aren't alive anymore. And then one of the first lines of the book is, no one was a criminal. No one was an addict. Huh, what an interesting way of saying that. You know, we're all good people, and I know that at the time I was like, that means that someone is a criminal and someone's an addict, obviously, because that's what it's implying. But I didn't think that nobody is her, not like other people, which means she's a criminal. She's an arsonist. That's, yeah. Then when Taft, his little brother Taft called Katie, right, before she came to the island in summer 17, and he was talking about ghosts in Cuddledown, the house that she stayed in the entire summer with her cousins. I had thought at the time, I was like, oh, you know what, this means something. They're not going to mention ghosts if there aren't going to be ghosts. So I was on guard for ghosts, and I didn't even think about the fact that these ghosts could be her cousins. I thought that it would be someone we didn't know, or someone that just, I don't know, it's just the way that she introduced her cousins. It didn't even occur to me that they could be the ghosts. And then Katie arrived, and they were not standing on the dock like they did every other summer. Why did I not think about the fact that they were so separate from them? Because they were not alive. They were off behind the railings over there, not even paying attention to the people on the dock, and the dock people weren't paying attention to them. The dock people did not say anything about the cousins being over there, which you would think if they had been alive and Katie had been arriving after 2 summers, it would make sense for them to be like, oh, your cousins are down over there because, you know, those are the ones you care about the most, right? Then the obvious point of Katie being like, oh, you guys haven't changed at all, but she had grown, she's almost as tall as Gat and whatever. I mean, that one's pretty obvious, it's like mentioned in the book. And then there's also the very obscure thing, which my best friend was like, yeah, they lied, they're called liars. Like, that's what they did their entire lives. But they also lied about being alive, you guys. They lied to Katie about being alive. Kind of. They never really said they were alive, but you know, it was implied. And then, you know, the liars don't do anything because they don't want other people to see them because they can't go anywhere because they're tied to it because they're ghosts and they died there. And then, when the liars tell Katie that she shouldn't be sulking around, at least she has a future planned out, at least she has all these goals and ambitions, and she has something to live for. I didn't even, like, yeah, it was kind of odd to me. I was like, wait, why don't you guys have that? Because you're all rich, except for Gat, but you know, you have good connections. Everyone here is looking forward to going to a really good college, like Harvard and stuff, and I didn't think about the fact that they don't have futures, because they're dead. And then, again, with the obviousness of Granddad calling her Mirren, which just hurt, like, way too much. Like, of course he would mix them up. It hurts a lot, you guys. Okay, now that we've talked about that, let's get to the characters. I literally am so in love with the character descriptions. Mirren, she is sugar, curiosity, and rain. Johnny, he is bounce, effort, and snark. Gat, he was contemplation and enthusiasm, ambition and strong coffee. Like, to be able to categorize a character and describe them in so few words, like saying Gat is strong coffee is an image that you can't recreate without a whole bunch of words, and then it kind of loses its effect, you know? Like, my ambition as a writer is to be able to describe characters so poetically and wonderfully as this. And then, okay, the ants are freaking the worst, you guys. I hate them. I hate them so much. They don't appreciate anything, and they're basically the epitome of what America comes to when you stop thinking, I can do anything, and start thinking anything can be done for me, and you become comfortable with your position in life, and then you just drop because you don't work for it, you don't want to work for it, and you just think that everything is going to be handed to you. Just the social and cultural underlying morals of this book are so incredible. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to reread it, actually, to find those more and write them down, because honestly, you can learn so much from this book. And not just with Gat and racism and classism, it's so much more than that, you know? It also poses the question of, is it possible to like a character but also hate their ideals? Like Granddad, I really like him. Gat liked him too, and he hated Gat. And subconsciously, he hated Gat. He was brought up to think this, Granddad was. You'd think that this would make me not like him, but I really liked Granddad. It's just interesting how you can like a character or like a person and not like or agree in the slightest with some of their views and their ideals. Finally, I would like to talk about the ghosts and the realness of the ghosts. I personally, as well as my best friend, would like to believe that the ghosts are real and that they showed up to Katie and they actually helped her through this really hard time and helped her realize exactly what it was that happened summer 15. But I would like to know what you guys think, and so I am ending this video with that question: are the ghosts real? Also, just tell me everything that you think about this book and all the feelings that you've had, and just describe your pain, or maybe you're not pain. I don't know. Maybe you were not in pain as I was. Just, I'd love to talk about it in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will have another one up for you next week. In the meantime, be a little kinder than you have to. Bye!